Hello everyone. My name is Raj Bhargav. I'm working as a cybersecurity analyst in Indian Cybersecurity Solutions. Today we are discussing about automated security scanning versus manual penetration testing. Let me share my screen. Today we'll be discussing about automated security scanning versus manual. Like we'll be discussing about the pros and the cons of the automated security scanning and manual penetration testing. Let's see. Like now, first let's see about the automated security scanning advantages. Like we have, like it can cover like various like scan network. It can scan used scan network systems or applications wide range. So for security, vulnerability, and providing a thorough assessment consistent results like this tools will be like predefined and it is like repeatable process like it sure reliable security testing across different environments like we can test it in a different environments and it is very reliable faster execution it will be a lot faster and it is like we can do it so many things at a time it will be quickly running and it's very fast and quick scalability like it can and it can handle so much of large complex infrastructure and access multiple targets like it can access a multiple targets at a time so it can be easily for finding vulnerabilities like enterprise level security assessments those all you can do it using automated security scanning advantage these are some of the advantages regarding the automated security scanning and let's see automated security scanning limitations now like we'll be having some limitations like there are some limitations over here we'll be discussing them now like it cannot identify the complex vulnerabilities like it may not be identifying complex vulnerabilities or specific vulnerabilities that requires a more analysis or those vulnerabilities it cannot be able to find them automated tools like false positives means like if the some flags may be taken as a vulnerability but those are not vulnerabilities false positive and lack of evasion techniques it doesn't mimic a real world aspects like it cannot do the real world aspects like real world attack scenarios it can't mimic them and have a limited ability like it cannot bypass securities like it predefined like dependencies and signatures it is that these tools rely on like predefined signatures and just repeat them endlessly and it cannot be able to help us to find the zero day threats. Zero-day threats. These are some of the limitations for automated security scanning. So now let's move on to the manual penetration testing advantages. Like we can go for customized approach where like skill penetration tester can use like advanced techniques and a specific environment to uncover the vulnerabilities that automated tools may miss. It's like contextual understanding like we can go deeper and just analyze the whole application or network or the things that the automated tool cannot be performed and potential attack vectors like evasion techniques whereas like in potential evasion techniques automated tools cannot mimic the evasion techniques but a skilled penetration tester can mimic the real world attacks and behavior zero day. Like in automated tools, we cannot find a zero day discovery, whereas a scale penetration tester can identify a zero day discoveries and take a appropriate security measures for that. So let's see about manual penetration testing limitations. Like it's a time-consuming process. It's like very it will take so much of time to search to do a vulnerability is to find the vulnerabilities in a particular network system or application. So it should be a skill, but it's a like very time-taking process. So subject to findings like can be like it based on the tester's experience like if the tester is not inexperienced means like there's a, like the inconsistency in the assessments of testing, those all will be like limited manual and limited scalability. Like complex structures can be challenging and may not be feasible. Like for complex infrastructure may take a very lot of time, and sometimes like it may not be properly done by the extensive or frequent testing requirements it's required. So potential for collateral damage, like aggressive testing techniques or could indirectly disrupt or even damage the production systems. Like it can damage the system for aggressive testing. So comparison. Now let's compare the both of the scope and depth of the testing. Like whereas automated security scanning, like it quickly identify a wide range of vulnerabilities, known vulnerabilities across the network systems and application it can cover. Like uh, whereas manual penetration tester can dive deep into the like he can go like for various fields and test like more into the field like into the web application that automated tools that means these can be find by the manual penetration testing may avoid like we can avoid the security, whereas manual penetration testing we can avoid complex vulnerabilities, we can find complex vulnerabilities depth of analysis. Like uh, whereas automated tools security posture depth of analysis, like both will be analyzing high level assessments and more through contextual analysis, whereas automated tools have high level assessment, manual testing follows a contextual analysis of the environment system. Like even techniques like penetration tester can employ like one penetration tester can go to advanced techniques to bypass the securities control and mimic, like he can mimic the real world attackers behavior, those all, and he can do like do the attacks on the website, whereas like automated tools cannot perform those. It's based on the predefined signatures, accuracy and reliability, whereas automated tools accuracy is very low. For sometimes false positives may be there in the results, whereas manual penetration tester can be maximum. It's a true positive. Like manual penetration he will be have a contextual understanding to the securities assessments and like techniques, like he can use different techniques to attack or to find a different, he can use a different concepts to find a vulnerabilities. Consistency versus contextual analysis, like automated scanning provides like consistent results, whereas manual penetration testing in depth analysis case by case, right? And he will be analyzing each and everything that can reveal the security weaknesses by standardized tools. Hybrid approach, let's now move on to the hybrid approach, whereas like combining both the automated testing and a manual testing can leverage the strength, like we can improve the security like for the web application security, and it can takes less time with compared to the complete manual testing. Two techniques can be complemented and will be each other. Cost and time efficiency, like automated security tools are like generally more cost effective because like it takes very less time. So the just we need to deploy and run so that with a minimal time like it can be done. So like manual penetration testing, it takes a lot of it takes some time to do the security assessment, those all. So it's somewhat expensive. Time efficiency, like it takes time and it is somewhat costly. The scalability, like automated tools will be like excel at scalability, and there will be like so much of scalability allowing secretly teams to assess the multiple systems and networks. Manual penetration can be challenging on the availability and the capacity of the security professionals. Like if the web application or a scanning network is a very high infrastructure, it will be challenging to the penetration tester, so that he need to do each and every like subdomains or anything. He had to go through that everything, and it will be challenging for him to do. Whereas hybrid, like, he can do a automated scan as well as a manual penetration testing, so that he can save some of the time, and he can do it with like not it's time efficient and both well as a cost. Hybrid approach, combining automated and manual techniques, like to maximize to maximize the efficiency of the penetration testing. So so many like every organization, maximum every organization approaches the adopting, like they need to adopt this hybrid approach, because these automated security will be helping for penetration testing as well as manual penetration testing, because automa- one cannot do everything. So that he tries to do some of the automated scanning, where he'll check whether there is a false positive or not, where some basic vulnerabilities that can be directly we can go through the automated security scanning, whereas some difficult level vulnerabilities or complex vulnerabilities, a manual penetration tester can do that. So like he can save that time by uh, giving that to the automated tool, so that he can save the time and do it more effectively. He can focus on the other attacks, tactics, and so that automated tool can know, like can find immediately broad range of known vulnerabilities. It can be able to find all the known vulnerabilities as soon as possible when you given the target. Like automated tools, we have like OS app nowadays. Like we are seeing so many tools for automated tools. One of the tool OS app, like it can also shows the application specific weakness. It gives us a description, everything. So, still, what a conclusion. Like we need to choose the right approach for our organization, so that it should be a time efficient and a cost effective, so that one can do that easily. That's it for today's session.